Hey guys, today we're going to take a look at how to talk about making plans in Japanese. So what we'll do is we'll start here with our verb in its plain form, and we're going to finish with this word yotei. Yotei means that you have a plan to do something, and that plan is pretty solid. It's been scheduled in or it's timetabled in. It's sort of a definite thing that's going to happen, not just a bit of an idea of something like, oh, I do plan to go to Japan someday, but this is actually, I plan to go to Japan at the end of the year. I've already bought my ticket. It's a solid plan. And then we'll just finish our sentence with des. Now, here you can also see that the word nan has been inserted in brackets here, and I will explain what that means further down in our example sentences. So just for now, we're going to look at the simple verb with its plain form plus yotei and des. So let's have a look at our first example. I plan to go to a driving school. 今日修場に行く予定です. And what we have here is our verb in its plain form. The verb ikimasu is iku, and we've simply attached yotei des. So if we said 今日修場に行く, that simply means I will go to a driving school. But by attaching yotei des to the end of it, we now have this idea of I plan to do something. Let's have a look at a second example. What is planned for today? 今日は何をする予定ですか? So in this case, we've got a question. And again, we have our verb in its plain form, する. And again, we've attached yotei and finished with ですか. Now, in our last two examples, you'll see here that we've inserted in blue the word nan. And what that does is it acts as sort of an explanation for something. Nan des roughly translates to mean something along the lines of it's that, etc., etc., or look, here's the reason, etc., etc. So for example, someone might ask you, why can't you come to visit us this week? And you might respond with, well, I've arranged to stay in this town for a week. この町に1週間泊まる予定なんです. So in order to give that explanation, we attach the word nan to the word yotei, and that's the thing that gives that explanatory reasoning behind our action or decision. So again, we have our verb here in its plain form, followed by yotei nan des. Let's take a look at the second example. I've planned a party for Friday night. 金曜日の夜にパーティーをする予定なんです. So for example, someone might say, hey, let's go for dinner Friday night. And you might turn around and say, well, it's that I've already planned a party for Friday night, so I can't go to dinner. By attaching nan to the end of yotei, you're giving that sense of explanation or reasoning why you can't go out with them on Friday night. Now, if you left the nan out of each of these sentences, you would also be removing the explanatory nature of the sentence. So for example, if you simply said, この町に1週間泊まる予定です, you're simply saying, I've planned to stay in this town for a week. So someone might ask you, well, how long do you plan to stay in town? And your simple response to that would be, I plan to stay in town for a week. And in the second example, I planned a party for Friday night. 金曜日の夜にパーティーをする予定です. So someone might say to you, oh, what are you doing Friday night? And you might simply say, I've planned a party for Friday night. So that's about all for this topic, but if you have any questions or comments, please let me know.